Good morning from the Motel 6, which is about 10 minutes away from Hersheypark, which is where I'm going today. So there's a lot of stuff to go on at Hersheypark today. The park opens at 11 and it's open until 9, so it's a long day. I'm going to try and get by without buying a fast pass again, just to save a little bit of money. It's a Monday today. Now last Monday it was relatively quiet, but I don't know whether this is the week where places start to get busy, so be the ultimate test today. But yeah, the park opens at 11. However, there is a dark ride, a free dark ride, like a factory tour. It's like not a real factory tour, but that area, that building opens at 9. I don't know if that ride opens at 9. So I'm gonna go there early. It says on the website it's a 30-minute ride, which seems very long. But either way, I'm going to try and go there before the park opens, and I don't have to take time out of my day during the park. I want to see it, so I have to take time out of my day at the park to come back out of the park, because it's not inside the park, and go and see it. So I'm going to go down there now. It's about 8:30. By the time I get there and get parking, it's an expensive day today. I think it costs something like £90. And for that, I've got my parking, my entry ticket, and an unlimited drinks thing for the day. Although saying that today, it's not meant to be too hot. In fact, it's the first cloudy day we've had. And there's rain due, but only in the next couple of hours. After that, it should be dry again. One thing I've not really encountered yet, touch wood, is storms. Because obviously any storms at the parks, they tend to just close all the rides. So I'm glad I've not dealt with that yet, thankfully. Right, let's go. I'm not gonna lie, I wish the clouds would stick around for just a day, to be out of the sun for a day. Coming out for the first time this morning, it's just been completely acceptable weather. But yeah, I think they're gonna clear off in an hour or two. The rain is here. Also, this speaker keeps on telling me that there's no wait for a shower. I can go and get a shower whenever I want. Right, I'm into the car park. I'm hoping, the rain on the Dark Sky app that I use, which is quite good for tracking storms and stuff. I'm hoping, it says it's gonna be gone by 11, so. I will say this is dealt for crowds. This is 4 lanes coming in here. Even like the Cedar Fair parks and Six Flags parks, I don't see them having. I was saying that there is an arena here as well, so maybe they do, well, big events. Oh my god, there's a coaster all the way down there. That looks huge. Right, general parking, that's us. The problem with being here this early is there's no staff telling people what. I don't know if I could actually park closer, or if this is the closest. I'm just gonna walk from here, but either way, like, it was a bit confusing. I'm pretty sure I could have parked in this bit, because cars are entering there now, but it doesn't really matter. I think this bit where there are already lots of cars is the Chocolate World, which I think you can park for free. Because there was different signs, you didn't have to come into the general parking bit for that. I'm hoping you can actually walk through this bit, because this fence seems locked. Yeah, no, it is locked. Where the hell do you walk around? Now when I came back from Singapore, I started running, which is funny in itself. I gave up chocolate and I gave up crisps. So I don't intend to actually eat any chocolate, but apparently I'm not missing much anyway, because it doesn't taste too nice. For Brits it doesn't taste particularly nice. Obviously we're used to milk chocolate. I think I heard chocolate, dark chocolate, I don't know. It just tastes different apparently. Right, Well, that obviously is the entrance. It already looks quite busy down there, to be fair. Oh, man, it's still 2 hours away, or an hour and a half away. There's actually a crossing here. It's across this very busy road. Oh, and they have trams going to the car park. Is that like a tour vehicle, or is that a... Looks great. That's got a whiff of chocolate. First whiff of chocolate. So I'm just going to try and find the dark ride now. Hershey's Chocolate Tour, is that it? Let's go and have a look. I don't really understand why you'd get up at 9 AM to come and shop in a chocolate shop. I just don't, I've never really understood it. Yep, this is it. It is an omni-mover system, but it does have big gaps in it. Also, the queue line is so long for what is an omni-mover system. I'm amazed at how long it was. Right, we're seated and we're on.
Hey everyone, welcome aboard the Hershey's Chocolate Factory Tour.
Hi, my name is Alex, and I can't wait to show you around. Everyone ready? Let's go. It all starts with cocoa beans, which are harvested and shipped to us from tropical regions around the world.
Cocoa nibs have been ground down like this for thousands of years. Milling machines generate lots of heat through intense pressure and friction. The grinding turns cocoa nibs into the smooth, dark liquid used to make milk and dark chocolate.
Powder, known as Hershey's cocoa. Pressing also produces cocoa butter. Hershey is one of the only companies in the world that uses fresh milk to make milk chocolate. Once it passes testing, we mix sugar into the milk using large batching tanks. We dry the chocolate crumb into a coarse powder. Then we mix in the cocoa butter we pressed out earlier and add a dash of vanilla. And of course, that wonderful smell.
Transform refined crumb into milk chocolate. The pouching process mixes and heats the chocolate, developing a rich flavor and color.
All of that fresh, delicious Hershey's chocolate goodness is finally ready to be packaged.
That's so sweet.
Remember that wherever you go, you're never far from a piece of Hershey's happiness.
So yeah, just a few little highlights of that. It's about a 15-minute ride, not half an hour. I don't know why it says half an hour on the website. There's big queues to get in. I don't know whether there's an extra hours for season passes and stuff. That's why it might be so busy, because it seems particularly busy at this time. That said, though, it's built for the crowds. I was wondering why it was so busy inside there. It's because I think there's been a downpour whilst I was on that ride, so everyone's obviously running inside there to stay dry a little bit. But so now I've got about an hour wait to just mill around, and yeah, because I planned for that to take a bit longer, and it was very good. Lots of animatronics, catchy theme tune, everything seemed to be working in there. I didn't see anything which was just stopped or broken. Yeah, and it's obviously for free. I'd easily recommend coming early and doing it though. There's no queue either. And therefore it doesn't, if you do want to do it, it won't take out your day. You won't lose any time. So this is the brand new entrance plaza, I think. It was done recently along with the new, is it a hypercoaster? It must be a hypercoaster. A B&M hypercoaster. Candymonium. It looks great. I think all the videos I've seen is all like construction walls around here, but apparently this whole area is completely brand new.
Hersheypark and Zoo America are included in your one price admission and are both entirely smoke-free.
Okay, after a bit of Googling, yeah, so it's the season passes and hotel guests, so you can go in 1 hour early. Also, with my day ticket, in summer, they're doing an offer at the minute where if you've got a day ticket, you can go in the night before for 2 hours. And I only bought my ticket late last night, so I only saw the offer then. But yeah, if I'd have researched it beforehand, I could have come down, because I'm literally only been 10 minutes away as well. I could have come down and at least got a few rides done maybe last night, so it's just I think, I mean, by the time this video goes up, it'll be long past the end of summer, I'd imagine, so won't be too much help, but one to look out for in the future. Oh dear, look at that. It's literally a line across the sky. It's not of a film. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel if you can do. I know a lot of people watch YouTube without an account. I did for years. But if you can subscribe, that is always appreciated. I always ask at the end of the video, but at this point everyone's probably turned off. So I thought today I'll ask at the start. Still to come on this trip alone is Six Flags America, Carowinds, King's Dominion. So yeah, some great parts still to come up. And if you haven't already, there's about 8 or 9 videos now, I think, from the first week. How long have we been here? I've travelled on Sunday. I've been here a week now. Yeah, so check them out. Okay, I'm gonna go and join a queue, I think. About 15 minutes to go, just so I'm reasonably in there quickly. I'm gonna head to the Wild Mouse. I don't know if it's a Mara or it's a Mac. I imagine it's a Mara. Just because it's something I don't want to queue a long time for. And obviously has a small throughput. Same with the Boomerang, which is called the Jolly Rancher Remix. I think it's just been re-themed and everything else. So we're gonna head to there first and just try and get those two done. And they've opened ahead of schedule, 10 minutes earlier, which is great. Also, there's bits of the park. I thought all the park had opened, but it hasn't. Just a few rides, which have about 15-minute queues already. So I'm hoping by the time we get through this, which will be pretty much on time, I can head to the back of the park and get quite a few rides done relatively early. Also, I will say, like, if you ever want it to rain, you want it to rain in the first couple of hours of the day, because the season pass visitors might make the decision to go, we'll go another day, particularly. Therefore, and the forecast is going to stop raining in the next hour, which can be quite good to make it a slightly quieter day. I'm not sure about this tarmac. Everything else seems great, but the tarmac seems an odd choice, because everything else looks fantastic. My plan did work. They started using the season pass. Gate, so ours kind of double the speed. Right, so I imagine we're going to hit like a roadblock somewhere. And I know I should be rushing towards like Sky Rush and Candymonium, but I don't. If I'm going to queue for something, I'd rather queue for these. I don't want to queue for Boomerang and a Mack Wild Mouse, and it is a Mack Wild Mouse. I did just check. So let's see how far I get.
Welcome to Hersheypark.
This is the queue for Cup Fusion, the dark ride, which I think is reasonably new, but it's a big queue. Oh no, it's not open yet, sorry. There's no one actually in the queue line for it, so it's not big actually. here is the whole point. It should open any second, to be fair. So yeah, it's timed quite nicely. So this obviously looks brand new, and the Jolly Rancher remix. So I think this is it's been updated with onboard audio, new station, new tunnels, and all that sort of stuff. Oh, Storm Run is actually down here as well. So do I do that whilst I'm literally about to get off the other one? Yeah, maybe. Whilst I'm literally next door to it. Moving heads all up the. I mean, at night that would look absolutely insane. Right, gotta put stuff away. It also means that it's got the new restraints, so it should be nice and comfortable. The station looks amazing. Moving heads, light up suites. Yeah, it looks great. And it's a hard thing to pull off good lighting during the daytime. It's a really hard thing to pull off. It looks great. Obviously it's just a boomerang, but that was the best example of putting all the effects around it to make it one of the best boomerangs out there, I think. There was a synced audio track all the way up Lift Hill, and even the moving heads moved with the train, so just before you got to the top they all turned to face you and did a strobe effect, and then before you dropped they all spun around and faced the way you were about to drop. Little touches like that someone has thought about, and yeah, it was good. I'm glad I didn't wait for it, and also I hope our operations were a little bit better than they were on there. I spent like 5 minutes just sat there and I didn't really know why. Right, I'm still going to head on my original plan. I forgot the name of it now, but the one that right next to it was not operating. No one was in the station yet or anything, so I'm going to keep on heading deep into the park. Operations should be alright. There's a lot of dual stations and stuff here. So the Wild Mouse is closed. Let's go on the Wildcat. Now the Wildcat, I believe, is the world's first GCI wooden coaster, and it closes next week. In fact, it closes on the 31st of July, which obviously will be way after I upload this, but that was only announced I think about a week ago. It's obviously going to get the RMC treatment we think, so I don't think it's going to be going anywhere, it's not going to be torn down or anything, but as a woodie, a proper woodie, I'm going to get a chance to give it a go. I've no idea what to expect. I've not watched the POV. In fact, I've not watched the POV from anything of these things really, so we'll see how it is.
Welcome back, riders. With the train fully complete stop, you're going to unlock your seatbelt. Place down. Welcome to the Wildcat. Any loose articles and backpack, and cups. Please leave beside it so the bags are on the area. fully tuned stop. You're good to unbuckle your seatbelt, push down, pull up on your lap bar, and exit to the left. Thank you for flying Wildcat, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Well, it's still much more fun than Wicker Man. It's a bit rough, but other than that, it's a nice ride. Be interesting to see what they do with the RMC with it. It's no big loss, if that makes sense. So there's also a coaster here called Laugh Track. Oh, it's a Mara spinner. Oh, I might as well do that whilst I'm over here. Looks indoor. Normally when they're this shape, I suspect they are the spinning 2000 models. But I mean, I can't film and you won't be able to see it anyway, so I'll show you. Oh, there you go, there's a video of what it is.
He's raising, keep your arms, legs inside the front, and all lines.
Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy your ride. For those of you waiting in line, please stand by the yellow line, and the gates will be closing.
Yeah, so it was. It was just like the Whirlwind at Camelot back in the day, or the Push's Coaster at Disneyland Paris without the extra bit at the start. I would say though, this is it was a little bit more refined, as in it felt very solid and smooth, and a few of the drops were slightly different. Other than that, it's the same. And inside it's like a UV, it's all UV themed and like a carnival type thing, similar to what you saw on the outside of it, in the station rather. Alright, well, we're still going. That queue, by the way, was about 25 minutes, and when I came out, it's easily over an hour now. So I'm glad I actually spotted that as I walked past it, because I wouldn't want to wait that. Right, now it's time for Lightning Racer, and this is, well, it's a racing wooden coaster, I think. So there's two sides. Oh, little train as well. So I'll give them both a go whilst the queue is hopefully quite quiet. I'll say this, quite a few rides are closed at the moment. Sky Rush, Candymonium. I don't know whether it's weather related, but yeah, it's the first day I've really been hit by quite a few closures. So we've got Thunder on that side and this is Lightning on this side, and it is running 4 trains as well, which is good. Oh, they've just loaded, they're not loaded this one yet. They have loaded that one. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, again, pretty average. It's the first racing coaster I've ever done where you're not side by side pretty much throughout. The lift hills aren't side by side either. And that's part of the fun of it, isn't it? Looking over and seeing the other people, so. But the coaster is perfectly set. We're going to do the other side now. I think I did Lightning, this time I'm going to do Thunder. What I do love is that not just is there a front row queue, but there's also a backseat extra queue. Someone has thought about, oh, some people might like to sit at the back. I like that. Yeah, the other side was exactly the same. Like, exactly the same. It felt, maybe it was running a little bit quicker in the rain. And the Thunder side does tend to win every time. Right, the Wild Mouse is now open, so I'm hoping it's not too busy. Because that's my last, I think, other than the kids coaster, the last real low capacity ride that I need to kind of tick off. The rest of the rides I don't really mind waiting for. Well, there's a bit of a queue, maybe only about 10 minutes or so, I imagine, up to the platform, so I'll take that. Right, let's go and get the Mack Wild Mouse done. Other races so far have been a mixed bag, but on there, and they all do that every time they are ready, rather than a thumbs up. Never seen that. But that was, yeah, dude. The cars don't stop in there, it's just a continuous movement thing, so they're getting through people really quickly. As much as I don't want to queue for them, because I've done so many of them, they are still good rides, it's just I have done so many of that style now, between Mac and Maura. But I know what I'm doing now. I'm going to have to look on the map and see where to go next. It was $20 for the day for the cup. And you can only use this for one day. I don't know if you can reactivate them actually, because they have got QR codes on. Oh, can you film up yourself here? Let's see. It's quite good if you can. It means you don't have to wait for a cage outlet. Yeah, looks like you can. That's quite good. Fahrenheit was really good. Obviously the smaller trains remind me of Maverick, and the whip you get through the corkscrews were brilliant. Operations though were pretty dire on that. There's about a 20-minute queue. The queue itself moved actually reasonably quickly, bearing in mind there's only 12 people. Then as I was getting only 12 people per train, as I was getting close to the station though, it just completely, the second train was waiting every time by a good few minutes. Can we get through this way? No, I don't think so. I'm going to go on Storm Runner next, which is this Intamin launched. And it's quite an interesting layout because it doesn't just kind of stay within itself like compact, it's kind of quite spread out around the area. In the Jolly Rancher area now, that's like a spectacle, and it's one of those that you can enjoy off-ride. All the sound effects, the lighting, it looks really good. So it's been on Storm Runner, really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the fact that it wasn't in its own footprint, and it kind of went around the park around to areas where I've not even been to yet, so yeah, I liked that a lot. It's just, it needed a little bit more. Just as you're getting going and getting flowing in there, and it's like bang, brakes. But it's still good. I'll be having another go on that. Waited 20 minutes for it. It's advertised at 20. Queues are okay at the minute. I think Skyrush is still down. I might not get that today, but it's the first one of the trip that I've not got, so I'm not going to moan too much. Something smells delicious around here. Oh, there's a smokehouse right here. Right, time for a go on Trailblazer now. It's an Arrow mine train from the looks of it. So. As expected, boring and a bit painful. Never ever go on that thing again. There's only one lift hill and it's very short. I will give it this, it's very well landscaped and settled into the terrain around it. That's pretty good. But as with most arrows, it's like they only had a ruler to design it and no other equipment. Even the banking, it either banks too much or not enough. I'm gonna go. I don't even know what I've got left to do because I've done so much now. About 12:30, 1 o'clock. Sorry. So all this has happened in 2 hours. So I've got quite a lot done, I think. Right, it's time for a go on the Great Bear. Being an inverted coaster. It says it's a 30-minute wait at the moment. So I braved the front row queue for that one. It did take an extra like maybe 15 minutes. However, that was very good. I really enjoyed it. It's built on the side of the river and it's all kind of offshot. Well, you would have seen the off-ride shots a moment ago, like some really odd shaped supports. I think they can build in the river now, but like back then they couldn't build in the river, or the stream, or the brook, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it was really smooth. You can sit on that again. Like I always say, you can sit on that all day. You don't get a headache or anything. And it was really snappy around the inversions, particularly the corkscrew at the end, which kind of turns a weird way and then goes the other way. It's a bit odd, but yeah, I like that. It's about a 10-minute queue, if not half an hour, if I just waited for it normally. So we're having to go on that again later. That, Storm Runner, and that's it so far, the ones I actually definitely want to do again. Yes, this is what I was just talking about. You can see it's kind of all overhanging the river. Very, very strange. So weirdly, for Super Duper Looper, you have to put your bags in a locker. Items are fine. I think it's very odd how it's just your bags, but it's fine for the other rides. Yeah, I still don't know why they were so heavy duty on the no bags thing with Super Duper. It's great. I imagine it's a Schwarzkopf. It rides really smoothly, and obviously it's built into the hillside. Give me the Leesburg Bannon vibes or stuff on there. Right, so next up we're going to do Sky Rush. Intamin. It's not. I can't remember the actual name of it. I need to look at what the name of it is. But I think it's all loose articles need to go in. I don't think you're allowed your phone in a zip pocket. So maybe it's just bagged items he's put in there. But there's wing seats, and it has, I'm pretty sure this is the world's fastest lift hill. Which, I mean, sounds like something Merlin would boast about. And it's one where it's mostly about speed, I think. So my stuff's already in the locker, so I'm just going to leave it there and then go on the ride. Oh, but someone's taking a cup in. I don't understand. So if I look a bit like a tomato, it's because I've just been stuck on Skyrush for half an hour. On the lift hill, which you'll see is facing directly into the sun. No information, nothing was said. When we came back into the platform, nothing was said either. It's not great on that, which surprises me because it's been alright actually. My first go was on the back, fine, normal go. Second, I got halfway on the lift hill and we stopped, and I was on the front. I've never been on a ride before which has been that poorly designed. Well, that's not true. I mean, look at Arrow. But I mean, RMC, a lot to learn here. When the train comes in, I'll try and capture it in the next train because it's still running an empty train at the minute. Your lap bars actually pop open a bit, and that can only be because that many people complained. So when you're waiting to go into the station, the lap bars go. Whoop. So first point I wasn't expecting it going, and I was like, why did all the lap bars just come up? See, I've never seen that happen before on any sort of roller coaster, which is really odd. Yeah, the restraint does come down quite a lot through the ride. At the back, being pulled over the top, I mean, just the support structure looks fantastic. It is a fast lift. Then you just means you spend longer waiting outside the station when you come back in. The other good thing is though, when it comes to capacities, as soon as that train starts moving, this train starts moving in. Has like multiple block sections in the station, and every coaster should have that, which is built like in this day and age to speed up getting on and off. So I enjoyed it. The airtime was insane down the first drop at the back. And there's some really good it just was painful. It was painful. It doesn't look like people will be going around on this for a while, so I'll come back. I think you can walk around the lake and get some shots around there. To be fair, you've already seen them anyway, probably. I've now got 3 left to do. Candymonium, the kids coaster, and another one beginning with C, which I've since forgotten. I've noticed not huge amount of big flat rides. I've seen a similar to a KMG Afterburner. Oh, the Comet, which is right here. So I'll do that next. I will say this: storage areas for stuff on many rides now, not just 1 or 2. If you can use the free lockers for the rides around here, always use them because anyone can just grab your stuff at any point. It's really easy to just grab someone else's stuff. Yeah, like where you get on and off, it's just there, sat there for the. And bear in mind, whoever's getting off won't be. If it's 2 trains, you won't be there for it. The Comet was alright. It was like a faster Big Dipper. I'm more comfortable. Right. I might go and see if the kiddie one is on a reasonable queue time. I think it's here. The thing I've got left to do then is Candymonium, which is the one right at the front. Oh yeah, it is this way. The Coco Cruiser. Bills on Perla, kiddie coasters. A couple of trains had to wait to go on there. It's never great, is it? But it is the one. I need to get the tick. Right, so it's just Candymonium left now, the B&M Hyper. I assume it's a Hyper, I never check heights and stuff. So I'm going to head back over to Chocolate Town. It's now 4:30 or 4:45. And I don't know where the time, I obviously got stuck half an hour on Sky Rush, but it's kind of crept up on me. And I've only done the roller coasters and I've not queued up for them. Like I always say when it comes to like, oh, is it a 2-day park? Is America Park, it's a little bit busy. I mean a little bit busy, not rammed, just a little bit. Reese's Cup Fusion is down by the looks of it. Right, I'm going to fill up my drink here. Oh, the fact that these people are serving food, it absolutely reeks in there. It's vile. Oh, this has got an independent ice machine, which is what the rest have been missing. Yeah, to put that into some sort of perspective, I've done one lap of the park. I've not walked through all the water area yet. Well, it is sort of a loop that I've done and done all the coasters. And that's from 11 AM to what is essentially 5 o'clock now, 4:45. Christmas memories, anyone? I don't know whether I've just not really noticed, but they look like baby trains. Have they missed a couple of rows, these ones? Does look like it. Right, I'll tell you what it's like when I come off. "15 minutes to ride," it says. Also, it said it has to go down 3 clicks. Most of the B&Ms I've done in America, as long as it's down, that's it. But they have a system here, what is what I call the airtime maker. As you can see when your bar's closed. Fantastic last thing to do, well, last coaster to do at the park. I'm still going to go for another walk round. The smaller trains make it a lot more nimble, therefore you're not waiting for the rest of the train to catch up a lot of the time. On the front row and the back row, it is walk on. It says 15 minutes, but it's not, it's walk on. And they do let you pick your row if you just ask them. They've never said no whilst I've been doing it, whilst I've been going around today. The back is by far the better. There is plenty of airtime, and it is most of the hills. There's no kind of rubbish hills at the back. At the front, you do feel there's 2 sets of trims on there. The first one you don't really feel too much, but this one on here, if you're at the front of the train, I don't know why you feel it more at the front than you do at the back. Because it must be the same sort of, it must be the same deceleration. So I'm not really sure why that is. But this at the back, you get on the curve there, you get a lovely bit of sideways airtime, and then it just slows down quite a lot. So yeah, back row ride, really fun. Obviously, it always helps that it's walk on. It says that you need 3 clicks on there. It does have seat belts, retractable seat belts on there, which the staff don't even bother checking. But I'm always confused about why parks opt for seat belts on these, because I don't think there's been any recorded, well, certainly not public, like events of the lap bars ever coming up. I don't get it. It sounds like a conversation which must happen between people who have no idea what they're talking about. Therefore, they go, yes, 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 we need seatbelts. So the seatbelts are a bit of a faff, and it does mean it suffers from the whole 3 train disease. It doesn't really just apply to 3 trains, but they can't get them out quick enough, and they've got 5 staff on there. So actually, like, I don't really know how many more staff you'd need. They have lockers which are free, so most people can put the stuff away. It's as soon as you have 2 trains stacking, one of those trains becomes pointless, and you're just wasting money running it basically. There's not even been a time where they've just about saved 30 seconds. Every time it's 3 trains, which means it's just a bit of a faff at the end, isn't it? When you're waiting to come back in. But that said, the actual ride, pretty good, and this whole area is immaculately presented. It looks very, very nice. Although I've just said that, and the sign looks like it could do a bit of a clean actually. And the only aircon I've felt all day is inside the exit. I imagine it used to be a shop, but now it's just literally a photo booth. It seems quite like there's loads of people just huddled in there, just trying to get some aircon. But yeah, really enjoyed that. It was a good thing to leave to last. And like this morning, it was on like 25 minutes, half an hour. And now you could just keep going, walking around. And if it wasn't for like the 5-minute wait, 10-minute wait every time I came to the brake run, I'd done a few more re-rides on that. But yeah, it's so nice that I've done everything. I thought today was a day I was really going to struggle to get everything in. It's 5 o'clock, 10 to 5. Got everything done that I really wanted to do. And it is genuinely the tarmac's a bit weird. They've got tarmac in a lot of places. But other than that, it's really nice part. Staff have been fairly decent. Oh, there's one staff member on Candymonium who lost it a little bit with this kid for throwing his flip-flops off. From what I could tell is, as the train was in the train in front of us, but I was sat in the front row, so I didn't see it happening. He proper yelled at him, literally like everyone on the platform stopped what they were doing. Well, if you didn't see any shots of this, it might be because it's still broken from earlier. So I've not got any off-ride of it at all, unfortunately. If it does come back on, I'll head back up, because I didn't know you could actually walk down here. But yeah, if it does start running, I'll come back down here and get some footage later. But yeah, apparently it's not running. To be fair, I've not seen it running since it broke down with me on it, so I'm glad I had a couple of rides now. I do really like it when they incorporate the track and the support as, to give really wide spans. I always think it looks amazing. This morning, those wooden coasters, Wildcat and stuff, it's been such that was only 6 hours ago, but it feels like such a long day because I've done so much. Right, it's time to go on the air-conditioned observation tower.
To the platform. Today our cabin will climb 250 feet into the air with fresh milk from local farms. Today this factory town is known as Hershey, the sweetest place on earth. With Milton Hershey's support, houses, businesses, and entertainment came into existence. 70 attractions, including 15 coasters. Coming this summer, take a flavor ride on our newly reimagined coaster, Jolly Rancher Remix, and experience 6 inversions, sweet tunes, and a tunnel blasting with your favorite Jolly Rancher flavors.
I didn't really notice this, but the tower on the left is actually thinner. The smaller tower, and also the tower on the right, the biggest one, Hershey's Tower, is actually a round gondola. It's not square. It does look like they're getting a tiny bit of airtime, but not enough for me to be bothered about. Let me go that way. Not enough for me to be bothered about queuing up for it. Right, I'm calling it a day now. I've got about a 2.5 hour drive down to Washington to go to Six Flags America tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that's where I'm going. Today, highlights, Sky Rush was a highlight, and Candymonium was a highlight. I did the Great Bear again at the back, it was better at the back. I did Storm Run at the front, and I thought it was better at the front. There's no real low lights. I had a great day. The queues have been completely manageable and acceptable, even though there's a lot of people here. But there are a lot of attractions, so yeah, just a really, really good day. It's just a shame I can't try the chocolate because I'm not eating chocolate at the moment. Alright. Other than that, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, comment down below with something that I probably missed. And other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.